Okay, welcome back, everyone. We'll move into public comment, agenda items only, so if anyone has any public comments, just stand up, your name, and then shout them out. Okay, we'll close public comment. We'll go into our consent items, which are GA 1 to D. As usual, if any board member has questions, comments, concerns, or want to pull an item out and vote on it separately, we can do that. Otherwise, we'll take it as a block. So can I have a motion to move our consent items? Motion by Mike, second by Jen. Anybody have any questions?
Goes all the way to D, so through those contracts as well.
Yep. No comments? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
Okay, so this evening, we do have a few of our newly hired teachers for the 26-27 school year. So Erica Schott, I see in the audience. Congratulations to Erica, if you could stand. Erica will be an elementary school teacher. I also see Sophie Canino in the second row, so if Sophie could stand, she'll be an elementary teacher. I saw her before. There she is, right? Yes. Susanna Svensson will be a math teacher at the middle school. Joe Gom was here. I don't see him.
Joe's
Oh, he
over
is
there.
it. Joe Gom took a position as our school monitor at the elementary school. He's actually starting right away. Congratulations. And I believe I caught everyone. Is there anyone in the room that got appointed that I did not acknowledge? No, I think I got everyone. That concludes that. I just want to also, just for public record, because she was recognized earlier, but Cindy Shalais gave a retirement letter later than we could get her on the front end. So I just want to thank her for her years of service, 28 years as a teaching assistant in the district. So thank you to Cindy. And I believe that covers everything for me. Bless you.
Just wanted to mention that the instructional staff members here are appointed probationary, so we hope to see them back 4 years from now. Will be their tenure period in 2030. So again, look forward to it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to our new hires. Congratulations. Our principal's report, elementary school.
So the unique part of this meeting is this happens 2 weeks after the principals just gave their last reports. So I can tell you what the principal's been doing for the last 2 weeks. They've been hiring, because as you can see, we have all of the fruits of their labor here in front of us this evening. So I don't know that they have too many additions to their agendas, but we'll give them to you anyway.
All right, so just the one thing that just didn't make it to my report, just because it happened last night, was the spring concert. It was amazing as always. Just an awesome performance overall, and just a round of applause to both the band and chorus teacher. And then the other thing is also to the students. There were some students that took on an extra challenge for Mr. Freer, and they did a encore performance last night. Very Disney themed, so that was really cool because they got done with the performance, did all those songs, and then wanted to do an additional one. So it was kind of like a little tearjerker, but so congrats.
You
to
mean
those students.
floodgates?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
true.
It was very
So-
touching. They instrumental version of "You've Got a Friend in Me" from Toy Story.
Yep. He definitely let it go. And that's it. Any questions?
I had a question, and this can continue on, but at some point the district will engage in another capital project, and what I'm thinking, because it is a large elementary school, a question I had for you is, does the outdoor play area, the recess area, does that meet the needs of our Highland Elementary School? Could we use another playground or play area? I just know that, schools that are similar in size have multiple play areas, so I'm just,
I would love to have another playground. I think that would also help a lot with our morning recess, because all the students, as soon as they arrive, they go out for some morning recess and get some fresh air and exercise. In the winter it's a hard sell, but now it's hard to sell to get them in the building.
Right.
So yeah, that would definitely help out a lot.
so that might be some, conversations we're engaged in the years to come.
I would love that. And I know that you guys used to have a huge wooden playground. I know that's not coming back anytime soon, but some of those big playgrounds are awesome.
Yeah,
So
we talk about, they're just getting so creative with school grounds, and there's a lot of applications, and maybe that's something we can talk about expanding in the future. Thank you.
I'd love it. Thank you.
Ian,
Yeah.
on the same line that Mike just mentioned, the outdoor learning pavilion, how is that going? I mean,
Booked every day.
good.
So actually the lunch monitors have now, they're bringing out a cart of games for the students, because we have all those tables out there and everything like that. So during lunchtime, some of the kids that, either get overheated or whatever the case may be, they go out and they go into the pavilion and play some board games, and I can't think of the game's right there. What's the Connect 5? There it is. Couldn't think of, four. Never mind. Played it often apparently. Yeah.
Connect 5 is the middle school version.
Haven't got there yet. So yeah, they do have a bunch of games, which I thought was a really cool idea. And again, that was not my idea. That was our lunch monitors, and they've been, bringing in their own stuff, and just, and different staff members have been donating different games. So that's really kind of, I thought it was a really awesome use of that space, other than, the normal just being out there for, for instructional time. It's usually during some of that downtime. So
Good.
Good.
Thank you.
No additions, just one highlight. It was on the calendar of upcoming events. Kathy Bowman has spent a lot of time putting together a 6th grade kickball tournament, which is like a field day. It's the first time we've ever done this, and I want to give her a big shout out for putting a lot of time and effort into it. It'll be on Thursday, and also to the parents for donating lots of water and things like that for that day, which was really, really helpful. So I just wanted to throw that on there as a highlight. That's all I've got.
Thank you, Andy.
Anybody have any questions?
Good.
Thanks, Andy. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Congratulations to our new hires and our promotions. Wish you the best of luck. I do have one highlight for the high school board report on the last page, Ulster BOCES graduation. Joel and I had the opportunity to attend that. One of the highlights that I would like to point out was the Val and Sal for all of Ulster BOCES, and all of the students that encompasses came from Highland. The valedictorian was Michaela Petroshak, and the salutatorian Brandon Herbert. And additionally, the Ulster County BOCES student board rep was also a Highland student, Elizabeth Harris. So just want to congratulate all 3 of those students who represent all the hundreds of kids that attend BOCES are here from Highland. So congrats to them. That is it for my board report. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you.
Thank you. Brendan. Okay. Our director's monthly report, again, they're here, most of them are here this evening. If you have any questions for our directors, you can shout them out.
Just want to introduce a topic for further reflection and discussion, but I want to talk about, what the expectations of the concession stand are. I know the experience there is really not where we want it to be. I know they were still growing into the space, but has all the equipment been installed, and is that up and running properly? I just still have a lot of questions about both the setup of the concession stand and then the service we're providing. There was actually a few experiences where the away team, the kids have a few minutes before they get on the bus, and they ran there and wanted to get a snack, and those windows were closed like right away as soon as that last whistle was blown. I saw it a couple times. I thought we could, hold that open just a little longer and allow these kids to purchase a snack. If we had vending machines or something like that, it wouldn't be such an issue. But as a parent, I felt bad, that we could do better. So I think there's a discussion on what we expect of our concession stand, and, we can kind of grow into a better service for the public. Thank you.
Any other questions for our directors? Just real quick, athletics, Frank, the boys and girls lacrosse are playing this coming weekend?
Yes, the boys lacrosse won the Section 9. They'll be playing on Saturday at Middletown. And then the girls lacrosse also won, and they're going back to Monroe Woodbury on Sunday. We also have some track athletes that are going to be involved in state qualifiers during this week, and pretty much everybody else is wrapped up. But one thing I do want to mention is last Friday, we hosted the Section 9 Boys Class A Lacrosse Championships here at Highland. We had one game. It was Monroe Woodbury versus Kingston. I thought we did a very good job. We were staffed. It was all Highland people staffed it. Mike Geller's father ended up announcing. He filled in for Mike, and he did a great job there. He's done games down at West Point, so having him there kind of gave a really good feel. But the one thing I want to mention is the next day when I went to the boys' game, the head official from the night before was also doing, he did the boys' game that was here, and then he did our boys' game at FDR. He made a point during the timeout to come over to me and tell me that, what we did was a first-class operation. Everything was done great. He thought, there's no reason why we can't host things in the future on that field. That was coming from him, also from the vice president of Section 9, who was here that night. He said the same thing. From Colleen and Opus doing the tickets at the gate, and then we had our staff here, and I was very happy with it, and to show what we have here. So I just want to leave you with that.
Right. Frank, we approved the winter coaching coaches for this coming winter. And I know several months ago, there were a bunch of girl parents for wrestling came to our meeting when we proposed to entertain bringing girls wrestling as a sport here in Highland. It's very discouraging right now that we do not have a coach for our girls wrestling team. And I know at that meeting, many of those parents spoke out and said, we have a coach. They asked the Board of Education to bring on another sport with the idea that we were going to have a coach, and here we are several months later, and we're approving the winter sports schedule, and we don't have a girls wrestling coach. I know the state asked that, most of the districts separate, their boys and girls wrestling. We moved in that direction in the hope of having a successful program with a coach on board. Is there any activity as far as people coming forward to even think about coaching the women's or the girls'
Well,
wrestling team?
at this point, we are still looking for other coaches for other winter sports. But in wrestling right now, the only one that is full would be the varsity boys head coach. We are looking for an assistant coach for the boys. We're also looking for a modified boys coach. And yes, we are still looking for a varsity girls coach
And
a
do we put
varsity
these
girls
on
assistant
OLAS?
coach.
Or are these just internal posting? You do? They're everywhere. Thank you.
It's been out. It's been posted right from, I believe, I think it was May 1st. It was posted in April, and then May 1st was the deadline. Then we put it out there for the whole month of May.
We'll put parents on notice now that if we can't, staff the position, then the program doesn't run, I would assume, right?
Yeah, and I just want to point out, the board was in complete favor of having a separate program for the girls, and we were led to believe that there was interest, that there was people who were willing to step up to be able to be this coach for the girls program. So I really hope that that happens, because I do not want the girls to not have their own program. So I really do hope all those parents who came out prior and really pushed, and it didn't need to be a big push from all of us. We were on board with that. But I remember specifically saying, do we have a coach? Because lately there have been times where we do not have coaches for these teams, and the only people that lose out on it is our student athletes. And in this case, it would be our female student athlete wrestlers.
I know the athletic department will try its best to fill all the positions.
Look, in reflection, there are reasons why sometimes you want things to run as a club for multi-year, so they kind of build that. But let's see what happens. There's still some time left. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions for our directors? Okay, we'll ask Logan to give us his final report as student rep, and I'm sure it's going to be a doozy.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Amazing.
Yes, so anyway, starting off in the elementary school, our kindergarten students have been working hard preparing their annual ABC performance on June 6th and 7th, a cherished tradition that highlights how much they have learned and grown throughout the year. On June 8th and 9th, our 4th grade students will visit the Samuel Morse House, where they will learn about Samuel Morse's remarkable careers as both a talented artist and the inventor of the telegraph and Morse code. Students will also have the opportunity to explore original portraits, landscapes, drawings, and sculptures showcasing his artistic talents. And then moving on to the middle school, the 8th grade dance-themed Blackout Ball was held on May 29th. Students dressed in black and white and enjoyed a fun evening celebrating the end of middle school. And there are several exciting field trips that are also coming up. The 8th graders are going to go to Rocking Horse Ranch. 6th graders will visit Wooden Wheels, and 7th graders will head to Lake Compounce, all in the next 2 weeks. And the middle school is also preparing for several important celebrations and events, including Culture Day, the National Junior Honor Society induction ceremony, and the 8th grade moving up ceremony. These events recognize hard work and accomplishments of students throughout the year. Moving on to the high school, the Highland High School Band and Chorus recently traveled to Six Flags, New England, where they competed in a music festival before enjoying the park afterward. The band earned 2nd place, while the chorus earned 4th place overall. And last week, members of the Art Honor Society and Art Club took a field trip to the Babe Ruth baseball field, where they painted a mural on one of the dugouts. The mural features baseball-themed artwork and serves as a creative contribution to the community while showcasing the talents of our student artists. That is all I have for my report. I just wanted to add one last thing, as this is my final report as the student representative. I'd like to thank the Board of Education, the administration, faculty, staff, and most of all, the students for allowing me the opportunity to serve in this role. It has been an honor to represent the students of Highland throughout the school year, and I'm grateful for the experiences and opportunities I've had on my time on the board. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Logan, and good luck in your future endeavors. Okay, our assistant superintendent.
Good evening. At the last meeting, I talked a little bit about, we had another update coming from the New York Inspires work. So some of our administrative team went to BOCES after the last meeting, and we anticipate some changes to the timeline that I presented a few months ago, as expected, coming up at the Board of Regents meeting in June. So we'll see what that timeline looks like. It seems like everything's getting extended a little bit for some of that work. So we also had a session at BOCES we'll be moving to a new APPR. We do have some time with this. This doesn't have to be in effect until the 32-33 school year is the final final timeline. But so between now and then, we'll be working on that. So our STEPS process will be replacing our APPR evaluation system. This morning, I got to attend the Athletic Senior Award Breakfast. Big thank you to Mr. Alfonso and Ms. Miller. They did a great job putting on breakfast for our senior athletes who reached a certain number of varsity letters. So they needed to reach at least 8 varsity letters. We went all the way up to a student with 16 varsity letters, which was pretty impressive. And they had some really nice things to say about our senior athletes. So great job to them for putting that on. This Friday, I will attend the last Instructional Advisory Council meeting for the year with assistant superintendents from around the county, and we'll look at some more updates from New York State and start some planning for next year as well. And just beyond that, it's a fun, busy time of the year with a lot of the end-of-year events, so we're really looking forward to all the other celebrations we have going on.
Okay, any questions for Dr. Boyd? Thank you, sir. Our superintendent?
Okay, so one last call for the Educational Foundation dinner. That will take place this Friday evening, June 5th, at Du Bois Farms in Highland. Tickets are $65 apiece. Again, Becky Moody can be contacted at 234-1522 or by Venmo at Becky-Moody to reserve your seat. We will be honoring the recipients. I actually brought the poster with us this evening that will hang in our boardroom. So folks that have been to our other boardroom where our meetings are on a regular basis, we have a series of 3 of these. So as the new class is inducted, we move the posters over. We take one off from 3 years ago and just keep moving those posters over. So we will be honoring Dennis Bragg, class of 72, Gina Hansick, class of 81, and Board President Alan Barone. So if you have not gotten your tickets, please do that today or tomorrow. Mrs. Crimi Veroli is pushing very hard to get all of those tickets in place so that we have tables. It's like planning a wedding. So she needs to have everything, and she texts me like 5 times a day. So please reach out to Becky Moody to reserve your seat, or you can drop your check off, as somebody did this evening, to me, and I'll make sure it gets there. Let's see. I will be attending the Scholastic Achievement Breakfast along with Mr. Opitz at Wiltwick on Thursday. They will be honoring our Principals Award winner and our valedictorian and salutatorian. Everyone from around the county, every school district brings their valedictorian, salutatorian, and a Principals Award winner to that breakfast. We'll be attending this week. Again, last night was the elementary final concert of the year. Tomorrow evening is the middle school at 6 p.m., and on Thursday, the high school at 6:30 p.m. On June 16th in the morning, our seniors will have their grad walk, so if you are anywhere in the area of our 3 buildings, please feel free to stop by and join in the celebrations. Our moving up ceremonies for the elementary school, Tuesday, June 23rd at 12:15 p.m., and middle school Wednesday, June 24th at 11:45 a.m. High school graduation is scheduled for Thursday, June 25th, 6 p.m. Our senior awards night, scholarship night, is next Wednesday, June 10th at 6 p.m. Our elementary school does their small and tall ball for grades K and 1 on Thursday, June 18th. Friday, June 19th, school will be closed in observance of Juneteenth. Just a notification from the state that we got since the last board meeting. The bus electrification has been pushed off by the state for 5 years. However, our study that we're in the middle of will continue, but we are asked not to submit anything for the waiver at this time so that we can reserve the right to have that waiver down the road. If you submit now, you're using up your opportunity. There's a lot of discussion still in Albany. I'm not sure that in 5 years they will still be pushing in that same direction, but you'll have to keep your ears to the ground on that one to find out what's going to happen. But there's a lot of push from across the state for them to do some reconsideration. Our 2026-2027 safety plan was put up on the website for its mandatory 30-day review. I want to thank the town board that met in an emergency session last Friday evening to approve the SRO contract that they have to approve each year. So it did not make their meeting earlier in the month, so they had a meeting on Friday afternoon at 4:15. I attended and brought that plan to put into our safety plan for its 30-day review, and then it would be approved on July 2nd.
Does that change much from year to year?
It
Why don't-
doesn't.
Why don't we do a 3-year term?
I don't know that we're allowed to do
5-year
that.
term.
So
Oh.
the thing is, well, I would say, does it change every year? Yes. There's something that changes in it, but it usually changes after we approve it. So last year, it changed the week after we had it approved, when they approved Dash's law. And then if you remember, we had to add that addendum. We had to put it up for another
Do it
30
again,
days.
yeah.
So I don't know that it's necessary for us to do it on a 3-year basis because it is constantly changing and being updated. And this is our forward-facing plan also. This is not our behind-the-scenes plan. So this is the one that is public. This is where our SRO contract goes. That may change slightly from year to year, depending on salaries and things of that nature. So it's another reason why we have to keep that moving forward. Just one thing, I got a nod from our kindergarten teacher. The alphabet concert is actually tomorrow and the next day. So, sorry, Logan, somebody gave you false information.
I don't know. I'm looking over at the elementary school principal and assistant principal over here. Might have sent me the wrong date.
There you go. See, he learned early. And then the only other thing that I have is, and I think we sort of already talked about this offline, but we do need to approve the reorganization meeting. I believe July 2nd is on the table for the evening. If the board is going to move forward with that, we just need the resolution this evening so that Lisa can get it posted for the record. And we have conversation coming up about that later in the agenda. And that's all that I have for tonight.
Any questions? Any questions for the superintendent? Okay, anything under new business? You have our reorg meeting. I believe all board members are in agreement for July 2nd. What would be a approximate time for everyone? I mean, in the past, we've done them in the evening, we've done them first thing in the morning.
I'm only available in the evening that day.
Evening?
Yeah.
Jan, evening? You want to do it a little earlier in the evening? Can 5 o'clock work or 6?
5:30?
5:30? Just keep it at 6 p.m. So you don't get tied up in the bridge traffic. So on July 2nd at 6 p.m., we'll do our reorg meeting. You don't need a resolution. I
Do you
don't
need a
believe.
resolution? You
I
do.
don't believe. I don't.
All right. We'll make
Okay,
it up.
be it resolved that the Board of Education, upon the recommendation of the superintendent, will have our reorganization meeting on July 2nd at 6 p.m.
There you go.
Have a motion, please? Motion by Mike, second by Tom. All those in favor? Opposed? So carried. Okay, is there anything for the good and welfare of the district? Okay, we'll open up public comment for general items. Please state your name and you can come up to the podium and ask your question or comments.
Good evening. Sorry I walked in late. I had grandma duty. Good evening, Superintendent Freer, school board, and the community. First of all, thank you for indulging me for a minute. My name is Linda DiLorenzo. I've been a resident of Highland for almost 50 years. I have had 3 daughters come through this school district. 3 grandchildren who have graduated, 1 who will be a senior next year, and 1 who will be a sophomore. And my youngest grandchild is now in 1st grade. So I feel I know this district very well. I have been wanting to stand in front of you all this year, but I kept thinking this may be minimal to some of you. But as the year has about come to an end, and my heart genuinely pushed me here tonight, I am not here for anything on the agenda this evening. I am here, however, to express my sincere appreciation and gratitude on behalf of my daughter Kayla and my granddaughter Lana, and myself to the Highland School District, especially the Highland Elementary School. February of 2024, my 43-year-old son-in-law was diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic cancer. My 36-year-old daughter's husband, my 5-year-old granddaughter's daddy. Lana was in preschool at this time. Come May, when it was kindergarten registration, our first encounter was with a wonderful gentleman, Mr. McCormick. My daughter made him aware of what was happening in Lana's little life and what was ahead, especially for Lana. We knew we had a fight ahead of us, but Lana was always the #1 priority. With Mr. McCormick's kindness, compassion, and genuine heart, we knew Lana would be taken care of. And she was, and continues to be. Lana was placed into an angels class for kindergarten. You may all have heard of her, Mrs. Tara Hollifield. There truly are no words for this wonderful angel. She cared for Lana like her own. Lana knew Daddy was sick, and she had her up and down days. But Mrs. Hollifield always knew what to do and what to say. If an emergency came up with Daddy, Tara was only a phone call away for us. And we knew Lana would be cared for and loved. Tara, thank you. We also had amazing support from other people, Miss Erin, PT, Miss Mickey, OT, Miss Delmar. It could go on. And she loves Ray, just loves Ray. Coach C, Coach S, Coach Helmer. There were mornings bringing Lana to school with meltdowns, and the coaches would have me pull over, and they would give gentle talks and walk her to class. The summer came and went, Lana now in 1st grade, with our next angel, Mrs. Canino. Unfortunately, with heavy hearts, Daddy passed away on September 24th, just as 1st grade started. Mrs. Canino, she was there. It was rough. Mrs. Canino came to visit Lana at home to comfort her and bring her homemade gifts from the class. Lana has gotten through 1st grade with much love, thanks to Mrs. Canino. Just another side note, Lana came to us and to Mrs. Canino. Many members of the elementary school bought Team Tito t-shirts. And she wanted them to wear them because she didn't want her daddy forgotten. She went to Mrs. Canino and asked. So once a month at the elementary school, many people wear Team Tito shirts, and it makes Lana so happy. They don't have to do that, but they did. My main message I have, Lana's a 6-year-old whose daddy passed away, does not know the gravity of this yet, does she really understand, but Lana does know every day that she walks into the Highland Elementary School, she is loved. I hope you all know what we truly have with these teachers. Taking care of our babies, not just mine, but all of them. I thank you all for listening to me tonight. I just felt in my heart I needed to let you know. And there's so many more people who have touched her. So, just in closing, I have learned that it's not what I have in my life, but who I have in my life that counts. Thank you very much. Mr. Freer, enjoy your retirement.
Thank you, Mrs. DiLorenzo, for those kind words. Okay, is there anybody else for public comment? Okay, we'll close public comment. I need a motion to go into executive session with our attorneys for legal advice. Motion by Mike, second by Jen. All those in favor? Aye. Okay, now we need a motion to adjourn. Can I have a motion to adjourn? We'll not be coming back into public session. Motion by Janine, second by Tom. All those in favor?